And now, about another Christmas tree. The Semeno family from the Kyiv region put it up in their new house, despite the renovations not being finished yet. They became known because of a Russian tank. This is the very family home that was destroyed at the beginning of the full-scale war. And for almost 2 years, an enemy armored vehicle lay in the ground in their garden, surrounded by flowers and cabbages. So how are the Semenos doing now without the Russian junk in the middle of their vegetable patch, and what is growing there now? TSN correspondent Elena Liskun visited the site of the Russian tank.
He was on his way to take Kyiv in 3 days, but instead he was planted with flowers and cabbages.
Zucchinis and pumpkins for porridge.
And a tank. How is the Semeno family living now, and what do they dream about after becoming famous because of the Russian tank in the middle of their garden?
Not everyone has a tank in their garden.
And why did these people, after losing their home, receive something else in return? Something more? Tayson is getting ready to visit the Semeno family for a housewarming.
Look, we have such a wonderful Christmas tree here right now.
Very beautiful.
When we tell the shop who the tree is for, they immediately remember this story and ask us to pass along a gift from them.
We wish you happy holidays and all the best.
Good afternoon.
With us is the well-known TV host and artist Svetlana Leontieva.
I'm pleased that these wonderful people chose my painting. I'm bringing it as a housewarming gift. How can you come to a housewarming empty-handed?
Velika Demarka in the Kyiv region. Mrs. Yulia opens the gate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And
Leads us now to her new residence.
Let's start our farm tour.
You've definitely seen this family on TSN before. After all, it was in their garden that a Russian tank got stuck.
The model, I don't know, but it had the number 13.
At the beginning of the full-scale invasion, when the Russians were advancing on the capital, the Semenohas, together with their neighbors, hid in the cellar for a while. Then they left, and when they returned to their native village after the deoccupation, they could barely recognize their own yard.
April 12th, 2022.
A destroyed house, and in the garden, a disabled armored vehicle belonging to the occupiers. It was springtime, and for the villagers too. A precious season. It was time to plant the garden. So, the Russian junk ended up held hostage by flowers and cabbage, which yielded a remarkable harvest last year. The owners pickled it, and together with other vegetables, they sent it for one of TSN's festive New Year's broadcasts.
a tank harvest, or what should we call it?
As for the house, the Semenohas made a promise to themselves to rebuild it. But that required a lot of money. The family with 3 children received a certificate, which they used to buy a small apartment in neighboring Brovary. And then they set about rebuilding the destroyed house from scratch. They sold vegetables that grew around the tank, saved up money, borrowed from friends, and received some gifts from relatives. But it still wasn't enough. The publicity of this story helped. One of the TSN reports, employees of the National Art Museum saw the story about the tank in the garden and suggested that artists hold a charity auction.
They transferred 260,000 to us.
Svetlana Leontieva also contributed 2 works to that auction. One of them was sold, and from those that remained, the family was offered to choose one as a gift.
They were told, pick one for your housewarming. They chose my work. It brought me to tears.
Now it will decorate their living room.
It feels so calm to me, like peace itself.
Mom doesn't scold the fisherman. She simply comes over, takes a look, and starts defending him.
The family has already spent about 3 million hryvnias on restoring their home. And even though the renovations aren't completely finished yet, they still decided to move in.
We're happy. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's good that we're home.
The house has large windows and is very bright, even when there's no electricity.
The kitchen is where we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just like that. On the fridge are my magnets, because I travel a lot.
In the kitchen, there's a multi-cooker, a microwave, and an electric stove. The gas hasn't been connected yet. At the...
FIL's got gas to use, it's fine, we've adapted.
On the second floor is Ivanka's bedroom with a spacious bed. This is
Another kind of view. You can watch how people work on the gate.
Opposite is Artem's room with a teddy bear from his godfather. Oh,
God, he looks so important, right? Cool.
there's a helmet on the windowsill. The boy has already learned to ride a motorcycle.
Wow. Space-age technology. Real steel.
The children keep the patches that soldiers gave them as a token of gratitude. When the tank was still in the middle of the garden, the Semenoga children, the younger ones, would gradually take it apart, paint the parts and shell casings, which volunteers would then sell at auctions. In total, over 3 years, they have already raised
$45,000 for the defenders.
They harvested 2 crops around the tank. After that, during the off-season, the military finally took it away. Were you happy when they took the tank away?
Was, but the kids were against it.
We got used to it, that's the first thing. And second, if it had stayed there,
It just felt unusual somehow.
not everyone has a tank in their garden.
Now there's not even a trace of it left, but you can.
Can you walk across the front? I think it's fine there now. No, it's not fine there.
No, over there. Show me, what is it? Show me where it was.
Like this.
Next to the spot where the tank once stood, they're now planting greens. Despite the cold, the sorrel here is still thriving. Is that enough? That's enough.
It's small, but it's wonderful. It's like a miracle, winter sorrel. Can you even imagine surviving something like this?
Well, after the tour, it's finally time to decorate the Christmas tree. The children remember. They remember the one they decorated on the eve of the full-scale invasion.
A lot. There were 6 or 7 garlands.
There were beads, tinsel too.
Artemko talks about his favorite school subjects. Right now he's in 5th grade, and Ivanka is about to graduate. She is preparing for the NMT, but she hasn't chosen her future profession yet.
I want it to be something I like and for it to be a good profession. And of course, I want it to have a decent salary.
And when the family's main Christmas tree finally lit up, beautiful,
Hooray.
around it, the kids not waiting for New Year's have already made their wishes. For the war to end and for Uncle Lyonia to come home. Yulia's cousin, who is currently in captivity,
For Uncle Lyonia to come back and for the war to be over.
This is probably my biggest wish right now.
Uncle Lyonia, we know that you will come back. And I will definitely show you this episode later. We love you very much. We miss you a lot.
Olena Loskin, Valentin Shelko, and Timothy Koschai, TSN 1+, Marathon United News.